Welcome to our video on one of the biggest corruption scandals in Indian history, the 2G Spectrum scam. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into what happened, who was involved, and the far-reaching consequences of this massive fraud. Let's get started. The 2G Spectrum scam revolves around the illegal allocation of 2G spectrum licenses by the Indian government. In 2008, the Indian government decided to auction these valuable licenses to telecom companies to provide mobile phone services. However, instead of an open and fair auction, the government allocated them on a first-come, first-served basis. The controversy lies in the fact that the telecom licenses were sold at 2001 prices, despite the fact that the demand for these licenses had increased significantly by 2008. The spectrum's market value had risen, and by not auctioning the licenses, the government effectively caused a loss of Rs 1.76 lakh crore, approximately $24 billion, to the national exchequer. So who was responsible for this massive loss? A. Raja, the telecom minister at the time, played a central role in this scandal. He was accused of manipulating the process to benefit certain companies while bypassing the normal procedures. His actions were allegedly in exchange for kickbacks and bribes. In total, over 140 licenses were issued to telecom companies, and several prominent firms were involved in acquiring these licenses. Among them were industry giants such as Bharti Airtel, Tata Teleservices, and Reliance. But it wasn't just about the telecom companies. The scandal also implicated several key political figures, especially members of the DMK, Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, a political party in Tamil Nadu that was part of the ruling UPA government. The involvement of these leaders fueled allegations of corruption at the highest levels of the Indian government. As the scam became public in 2010, it quickly sparked outrage across the nation. Citizens and political opponents were furious at the fact that such a large sum of money had been lost due to the negligence and corruption of government officials. It also raised questions about the lack of transparency in government dealings and whether the public interest was being safeguarded. The Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, began its probe into the scandal, which lasted several years. Investigators examined the process through which the spectrum licenses were allocated, and it became clear that there was a significant amount of wrongdoing. In addition to A. Raja, other high-profile figures were arrested, including Kanimoji, a member of parliament and daughter of a prominent Tamil Nadu politician. The Supreme Court of India also got involved, and in 2012 it declared the allocation of 2G licenses illegal, calling it a scam of enormous magnitude. In fact, the court invalidated all the 122 licenses issued under this scheme. The media played a crucial role in bringing the scam to light. Investigative journalists uncovered details about the shady dealings, kickbacks, and the backroom politics that led to the fraudulent allocation of the spectrum. The media storm helped push the government to act, and the public's demand for accountability grew louder. The central issue here was how the government handled the sale of such a precious national resource. Instead of following a transparent and competitive process, the licenses were handed out at far below their actual value, which directly benefited telecom companies while causing a major financial loss to the Indian taxpayer. While the scam's scale was massive, it was also a wake-up call for India's telecom sector. The lack of regulation, oversight, and accountability exposed serious vulnerabilities in the system, leading to reforms in the way spectrum licenses are allocated today. As the investigation progressed, it was revealed that several telecom companies had resold the licenses they acquired at dirt-cheap prices to foreign companies for huge profits. This practice of spectrum trading further inflated the losses, and public anger against the telecom giants grew. In response to the scandal, the Indian government set up the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TRI, to improve oversight and ensure fair and transparent allocation of telecom licenses and spectrum. Auctions became the standard method of allocation, replacing the first-come, first-serve approach. In 2017, after a lengthy trial, a special CBI court acquitted all the accused, including A. Raja, Kanimoji, and others, citing insufficient evidence to prove the charges. While the acquittals were controversial, the case had already made its mark on the country's political and economic landscape. This scandal also played a significant role in shaping public opinion on corruption and government accountability in India. It was a driving force behind the anti-corruption movement led by Anna Hazare, which garnered massive support across the nation. The movement called for the establishment of strong anti-corruption laws and a more transparent government. Moreover, the 2G scam led to increased political instability. which contributed to the downfall of the UPA government in the 2014 general elections. Many analysts argue that the scandal played a crucial role in the defeat of the Congress Party, which had been in power for a decade. In terms of the economic impact, the scandal undermined India's telecom sector, which had been one of the fastest-growing industries in the country. The uncertainty caused by the scam led to delays in telecom investments and disrupted the development of India's mobile infrastructure. It also hurt investor confidence in the country's business climate. While the legal case may have concluded, the debate surrounding the 2G scam continues to fuel discussions about political accountability, transparency, and the role of corporate power in shaping government policies. In conclusion, the 2G spectrum scam changed the course of Indian politics and had a lasting impact on the telecom sector and governance. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on important issues that shape our world.